Hello, everyone, and welcome back, Arsenal Fan TV America. Welcome back to all the soccer fans, all the football fans around the world, and of course around the USA. Coming back to you here from the Pacific Northwest USA. Yes, it was a good win today. Finally, we can breathe. We could say that we have a win, a solid win. Of course, we've been up and down, and kind of, the Chelsea game today, if you saw it, and if you didn't, go back and watch it, because you will kind of know it speaks for Arsenal's season. How are we up and down? How we play beautiful football at times, and how we, for some reason, sometimes not do anything. And we, it's funny because as a team, we're one of the best in the world. On paper, some games you go watch us, you go watch Arsenal play, you're like, this is the best team in the world. And in other games, you wonder, who is this team? Is this really Arsenal? So today, you'd go back, and in some moments, you will find out that this is the Arsenal. This is the club you love. This is the club that even people that don't support watch just to see beautiful football. And in times, you will see, oh my God, this is the Arsenal that we're all talking about competing for the Premier League. There is no competition. The reason being, or the reason, the reason I say that is because the motivational aspect of the team. How motivated are they? You go watch a real Liverpool game, or you watch, Barcelona, Real Madrid games, people that, or in Italy even, or Bundesliga, Bayern Munich, or Bayer Leverkusen, people that are fighting for the title. They're more intense. They're more motivated. The players are individually motivated, and the whole team also collectively is motivated. And that's the best thing ever, because motivation brings the best out of you, and consistently motivated, like teams that win year in and year out, that's the best that you can get to in football. So hopefully, one day we can see Arsenal as consistent as we want them to be. And I'm not talking about winning titles. I'm talking just about playing consistent football. Consistently playing the game the right way. Consistently outworking the opponent. Being more motivated than the opponent. Last week we had Champions League, and we're going to talk about Champions League. Of course, we talked about Chelsea right away. And we're going to talk about, who started this game. Chelsea game that, again, just got played today. Premier League. And we're also going to visit Champions League, because we're going to play who next? Yes, Arsenal are going to face Real Madrid. The best club in the world, in my mind, in my eyes, right now has the best players, has the best coach, and won this competition, the Champions League competition, more than anyone else. Of course, nobody comes near them, right? So it's a very, very tough task for Arsenal. And, as an Arsenal fan, I would love to see Arsenal prevail and get to the next step, of course, to the next level. And, of course, it's going to be a tough task. It's very, very difficult, because let's be realistic. You're playing the best team, best players, best coach, and you don't really have an experienced coach. And we know that big games, Arteta's not the right man for. Big occasions, when it comes to winning the Premier League or playing a do-or-die game for the Champions League, it's not us. And it was, it's an eye-opener also when you see that we go play, PSV Eindhoven in the Netherlands, and we beat them 7-1, the biggest win away, or the biggest win for Arsenal in a Champions League game ever, right? And then we come home, same team, and then we draw 2-2. Yeah, the game wasn't important. Yeah. Listen, if you are a real football fan, a real Arsenal fan, you know that you want your team, it doesn't matter even if they're playing friendly, to play the right way. So the people that say, it's not important, and that's why we started Jorginho and Raheem Sterling and all that. Let's not play ugly football. Let's play beautiful football all the time. And Jorginho is not going to give you beautiful football. And I'm not sure why is he still in the club, for example. Same for Raheem Sterling. He played one game since game. I mean, when you have a man of the match because no one else played, it's not like, you did something phenomenal. I know he was man of the match, but yeah, he made an assist or so. But I still did not like the way he runs away from the ball. He doesn't confront players. He doesn't win 50-50. He doesn't make the right pass. Keeps the ball longer than he should. So again, there's nothing really for me to like about the way Raheem Sterling or even Zinchenko, yeah, he scored the first goal. It was a good goal. Same way Bukayo Saka scores these goals. But I'm not sold, on him as a player. So it was a weird combination. We have, Zinchenko playing on one side. It was, I don't know. It was just not the Arsenal I really used to. And to be honest with you, at that game to the tally, I didn't really watch the whole game because it was not something that I was enjoying, and I don't know why we play such ugly football sometimes where we have the chance and the opportunity to play beautiful football. Anyways, before we go and talk about Chelsea, let's touch a little bit upon Champions League and let's see Champions League football and where everyone ended at this past, stage or the round of 16, right? Now we are going into the round of 8, which is the quarterfinal. From there, you go to semifinal, and then you go to a final. And for the quarterfinal, the teams that made it, a club from Italy, Inter Milan, and 2 clubs from Germany, because we have Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich, right? 2 clubs from Spain, Barcelona, Real Madrid. 2 clubs from England, Aston Villa and Arsenal. And then we have Inter Milan also, and PSG. So 1 from Italy and 1 from France. So let's talk about who faces who. As we said, Arsenal is going to face Real Madrid. I'm an Arsenal fan. I love the club no matter what. But there is no way in the universe that I would think personally, knowing this sport in and out, that Real Madrid will lose to Arsenal or Arsenal will beat Real Madrid. Yes, we did play them twice before. One time it was 0-0, and the other time, of course, when we went and visited them at the Bernabeu, and Thierry Henry was able to beat them. I don't know if you saw that goal or not, but you should go back and see that goal, the goal that Thierry Henry scored at the Bernabeu, and we won 1-0. Hopefully, this is the case, but we don't have a Thierry Henry that can just take the ball and go score on his own. Matter of fact, we don't even have a true goal scorer. Yep. Thanks to Mikel Merino today, the replacement striker, he scored the winning goal. It was a great goal, great flick header. I don't know if he meant it or not, but it was a great goal. But, when you have Mikel Merino going against Rudiger in Real Madrid and or David Alaba or the new Asensio kid, I'm not sure that Mikel Merino will have that much freedom in front of the Real Madrid defense. Tchouaméni is not going to play. He is one of the best midfielders ever. He's on 2 yellows. But you have Modric, you have Valverde, you have, of course, Camavinga. And those are amazing players. Up front, of course, you have that Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, Rodrigo, and Vinny Jr. Unstoppable. I'm also pretty sure these guys, firepower wise, they will score more than us. So we'll see what happens in that game. But again, my prediction is Real Madrid goes through. The other game that whomever wins from Real Madrid and Arsenal will meet whomever wins from PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, French Giant, and Aston Villa. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be a PSG win. So we'll see. Probably my expectations, and we're playing in April, by the way. It's 2 legs, so there's 2 games. Arsenal will play first at the Emirates, and then they'll play at the Bernabeu. The second game, of course, we have Aston Villa, like I said, versus PSG. That's also 2 legs. My expectations for PSG to go through and for Real Madrid. So these are the 2 teams from that side to make the semifinal. From the other side, I'm going to go with Inter Milan over Bayern Munich. Inter will meet Bayern Munich. And the other game will be Borussia Dortmund, Barcelona. And Barcelona will beat Borussia Dortmund. Barcelona's flying. So I think from the other side, we'll see probably Inter Milan playing Barcelona. So Inter Milan, Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG, and of course, whomever wins from here or here, from here and here, will go next to the final of the Champions League. Yes. I don't know. I think Arsenal's chances are pretty slim. I saw reports that are giving Arsenal a higher percentage than Real Madrid. Listen, enough with the propaganda and enough just, promoting Mikel Arteta and his style of play. It really baffles me how people are praising him for nothing. He didn't do anything for Arsenal, nothing whatsoever. So when I say nothing whatsoever, I say, this wasn't a club that was relegated or something, and then he brought us where we are. No, he actually took us down to 7th and 8th, and we've seen Arsenal all the way down there. And you're going to tell me he was building. Well, Liverpool didn't bring a coach in to build, yeah? He came in and he will win the Premier League right away, right? So look at what Liverpool did. That's the way you should, deal with a manager on this stage, on that caliber, Premier League. You come in, you're giving a year or two. If you don't do anything, didn't bring anything, thank you, bye-bye, have a nice life. Even clubs that are at the bottom do that. So again, I'm not sure why Arsenal is sticking with him or, the ownership sticking with him. That's beyond me. All these, fans that came with him, I don't know if I can even, legitimately talk to them about Arsenal prior and Arsenal now because they don't want to hear it. They just love Arteta. They don't love the club as much as they love Arteta. And you could see the inconsistent in the style of play is because of the manager. Us fumbling, the Premier League now 3 years. I can't believe I'm saying it. 3 years in a row, we give the Premier League away. We were in charge of it all 3 years. But it is what it is situation. And here we are with today 12 points behind Liverpool. So I'm not sure that this is ever, achievable for us to become or for us to win the Premier League. Today's Chelsea game, which started with David Raya. We're going to jump quick from Champions League to Premier League. So we started with David Raya in the back, Jurriën Timber on one side, and Luis Skelly on the other side. I think that's the best right back and left back currently you have at the club. And of course, the two in the middle, William Saliba and Gabriel. In front of them, the best selection of midfield, thank God, Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Odegaard. And the three front men were Martinelli one side, Trossard one side, and Mikel Merino through the middle. I thought that Martinelli was really off his game today. Lost a lot of footballs, lost a lot of duels, lost a lot of 50-50s, sky-high'd, a lot of shots. I also thought, again, Chris Kavanagh. Of course, Howard Whipp will go after that and defend VAR. We heard Graham Assault, which is one of the commentators in the U.S. here when we were watching the game. He's a Chelsea fan. He was a Chelsea player, by the way. He himself said that Cucurella's handball in the penalty, that's an obvious, blatant. He actually really talked about VAR and who is on VAR today and how inexperienced they were and how their decisions were just wrong. And it was a blatant, obvious penalty. And then again, that stump on a player right in the middle of the field steps on another player deliberately. You have VAR, you can repeat it, you can see it, the Declan Rice incident, and not even a yellow card. So, again, Howard Webb can go out and say whatever he wants to say, but I would just really, ask from Howard Webb to stop lying and manipulating and trying to just prove to the world that these referees are the best thing. They're not. And I would love to see when they're doing a mistake that they're held accountable to their mistake. They need to be given match bans, and they need to be given and also sort of a penalty from some sort, cut their pay or take out from their bonus or, do something. You have to do something with these referees because today they know they could do whatever they want and no one will touch them. That's the mentality they're living with. And that's the same exact ref that threw Declan Rice because of the ball kick. Now, how many times you saw that more than that incident happened today? Wasting time throwing throwing the ball away by the Chelsea players, and he never gave anything. So, again, Howard Webb loves to talk about the rules and what the rules said when it's in front of Arsenal. He doesn't ever want to say that they were mistaken or wrong. Like these guys were, coming from another planet. No, they're wrong. They're mistaking. They're human beings. They do mistakes, but they have to be held accountable. And I'm not sure that the Premier League or the English Football Association is doing a good job holding them accountable. Or will they ever do that? I don't think so. They like it the way it is. They want it that way. And that's why it is that way. There's a lot of money spent in that league. So it's a shame. It's unfortunate. And we could see now that they're ruining a lot of games. Like before, you would see one game out of 10, which is okay. But today, referees, it's like they're doing that on purpose. Everyone just have an agenda against some sort of, a certain club. And they go out and do whatever they want. And it's just bad call after bad call after bad call after bad call. Do you believe? Let me give you a stat. Do you really believe that Arsenal has the most red cards? Do you think Arsenal plays the strongest football? Or do you think Arsenal is about just breaking people? Arsenal have the nicest players. They're not vindictive. They don't go out and fight with anybody. They always shake hands with other players. They always try to help other players up. They're really a decent squad. And they have the most red cards. Think about that for a minute, right? Referees, please. The only thing I'm doing right now is I'm praying to God because he's the only one who can help us with this referee situation. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anyways, it was a good game today because we won. It would have been a disaster if we didn't. Chelsea's so bad. Manchester United was bad, and we couldn't beat them at Old Trafford, as you all know. Chelsea they're bad too. So thank God we were able to pull that 1-0 and really save ourselves the embarrassment, and not lose to Chelsea. Arsenal Fan TV America, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you like the episode or if you love the episode, please hit that like and share the episode with everyone. Yeah? Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, next game is going to be a better game for us. Hope you have a great week, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye now.